time to de-stress and decompress, and we've got the perfect antidote to your busy life.
It's the Girlfriend's Guide to Pampering. Find out why so many women are turning to spas to escape the stress of their everyday lives.
Plus, the connection between massage and sex.
We're Berman and Berman.
And this is for women only.
We're talking about pampering today.
Which is something that's important to all of us.
Do you pamper yourself enough?
Well, pampering, coiffing, waxing, pedicuring, manicuring.
But massaging, facialing,
no. I don't do that. Except when I'm on vacation, I'll get a massage.
You do?
But some women, a lot of women, we're going to learn today, it's really important to decompress. It's an important part to take care of your sanity and your emotional.
Right. I think it really makes a physical and emotional difference to take that time out, and none of us do. I keep saying I'm going to try to, even if it's once a month, get a massage.
I mean, it's hard enough to exercise every day, much less, you know, indulge in that sort of thing. So I think
we're going to find ways to indulge on the side and at home without making a big spa visit production. Maybe that'll help. I'm Laura Berman.
And I'm Jennifer Berman. We run the Female Sexual Medicine Center at UCLA here in Los Angeles. I'm a urologist and Laura is a sex therapist.
And our topic, a girlfriend's guide to pampering. The job, the kids, the car, the man, the stress. It can be debilitating, and more women are looking for some way out.
And many are escaping to a place called the spa. Whether it's at home or at a fancy club, pampering can bring relief, some good girlfriend bonding, and an island of sanity into our crazy lives.
And how are women pampering themselves these days? We hit the streets to find out.
What's your favorite way to pamper yourself?
Massage.
Exactly.
Getting a manicure and a pedicure and that kind of stuff.
A long, hot herbal bath.
Candles, maybe a rose stuck on the side, and some chocolates.
A bath and a facial mask.
I like candle lights, Chinese food, and a good movie.
Be alone and listen to the sounds of nature and not have anybody tell me to do anything.
Chinese food and a good movie.
Right, or chocolate. Either one would do.
That sounds relaxing. Does anyone in the audience have a favorite way to pamper ourselves, to teach us and inform us? How about up here? What's your name?
Holly.
Holly?
I like to go on vacation.
That's a good way to
completely go somewhere else and get a new perspective.
And will you go for just 1 day or 2 days, or do you have to have like a whole week?
No, I don't think I ever get a whole week off,
right.
So I can squeeze in a few days. Yeah, even if it's just to go visit a friend, but to go do something that I haven't done before.
And do you relax there, or you don't necessarily have to relax?
I can relax. I can get more sleep somewhere else than at my own home.
That's interesting.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, and you kind of tune out your life a little bit.
Who else? Anyone else have any? What's your name?
My name is Carol.
Carol?
And I have two things I do. The first one is going to a day spa and completely slathering myself in mud. And I go back to being 5 years old. And then the second thing is just going to Rosarita Beach, where I just turn off everything. No cell phones, no email, no people. It's just peaceful.
Where's Rosarita Beach?
It's in Mexico.
So
it's just a little ways off of Los Angeles and San Diego, and you know, you just south of the border. Just keep going.
But we don't have to even go south of the border. Just going to a beach. Even going to the beach, I've noticed going to the beach late in the day, especially on a weekday when there aren't a lot of people there. The local beach can be really quiet and peaceful. So you don't necessarily have to go to Mexico to get the beach, especially here in LA.
But when it comes to stress, a television producer's life probably tops the charts. There are deadlines, pressure situations, and not enough time for anything. So when TV producer Rini Bellera finds time to relax, it's straight to the spa. She showed us the perfect antidote to her busy lifestyle.
I'm a freelance television producer, and I don't really have a typical day. Every day is different.
Hey, yeah, it's me. Yeah, we can take care of it as soon as I get in. All right, I'm almost there.
Hi. I work about 60 hours a week.
Hello?
And you're constantly trying to put out fires, and by the end of the day, it's just exhausting.
I'm looking at it now.
There's always a million things that have to get done.
Bye.
So it really needs to happen before the 7th. So I think I tend to get really bad neck pains. My stress I hold in my neck gets all like scrunched up, and I start to get headaches. I get tired, I feel worn out, I don't have any energy, my stomach hurts. You're not thinking clearly, and it's not a really good feeling. It's just a mess. I try and book frequent spa visits. It's something that has to be done. I find it makes a complete difference in my mood. It helps my work. If I just take some time for myself.
Enjoy your massage. You can go ahead back. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, there's just something that happens to you when you take care of yourself.
It's for sensitive skin, and it's going to benefit your skin so much. I'm going to hydrate it with our collagen facial, which is the most hydrating one. It's to improve your texture, and do the azurine mask.
A typical spa day can definitely cost a couple $100s, but the way it makes you feel and the way you present yourself to other people and the good things that kind of, once you're out there and you're bringing it into your life, it just makes such a difference that it's completely worth it.
Take care of your skin, keep it clean and keep it moist, and avoid sun.
Scalp massage is the most important massage for any body part.
Once you get a regular massage, you're a lot more open to touch and sensation, and it just obviously translates into your sex life. Once you know how to give massage to someone as well, that can be very sexy. And so by getting massages, you learn what feels good, and you can turn around and reciprocate that on your partner.
This is the best thing ever.
I like that mask where she's all covered. You could that would be a nice way to find your inner sanity, just to be covered in something cool and wet and go to sleep.
Yeah, going to sleep. I think that is, I mean, sleep really is the sex of this century. I mean, it's really hard
That's
to come by.
Taking naps during the day. Who does that? Steals away for a little nap.
I took a nap yesterday. It was the first time in months, and in fact, I felt guilty because I had a babysitter. I was planning on going out, and I was so tired that I took a nap, and I suddenly had, I had to get over the guilt of having the babysitter there in the house with my son and not going out. And once I got over that, I suddenly said to myself, hey.
You should do that more often.
Yeah, that was really nice. I took
who else has some pampering secrets that they want to share with us? Anybody?
How about up there?
What I like to do is unplug the telephone, and if my children happen to be gone, I like to take a bubble bath with no interruptions at all. And I listen to certain meditation music, and I just take a good 45 minutes to an hour.
And how often do you do that?
I try to do it at least 2 times a week.
2 times a week?
To be honest.
Can you do it when your kids are home, or it's
During
impossible?
school. There are a lot of times in school, or even at night when they're all in bed.
Right.
And I do
Our mom used to take, I remember her mom. Do you remember Mom?
Mom is really into baths. Is she not anymore?
I don't think she takes baths that much. But I
Maybe we stressed her out
I
so
think
much.
we did. When we were little, she had like her bath time, and we couldn't go in there, and she would like be by
Read
herself.
in there
Yeah.
and drink.
Probably the
a
only
glass of
place she could escape.
Who else has an idea? Up here, what's your name?
Lisa.
Lisa.
What people forget is that you don't have to necessarily go to a spa and spend hundreds of dollars. There are services, I do one of them. You have somebody come into your office, and 5, 10, 15 minutes on your neck, shoulders, it really releases the stress. It gives you a break. It gives you time to decompress. You come back fully appreciative of
A neck massage, a traveling neck massager.
I don't think people realize how little time you think that you have to. I mean, it's wonderful if you can go for a date at the spa, but every little bit helps, because that's 10 or 15 minutes that you can't do anything else, and you have to just stop the madness.
Thank you. That's a good tip, and I think we all need a little office massage. Maybe you can do me and I can do you. Well, Reenie's here with us in the studio, and we'll get her spa secrets when we return.
Plus, the science of pampering. Stay with us.
sex tips for women only. Go to discovery.com/health. Click on Berman and Berman.
Every day, all across America, unsung heroes are on the scene, saving lives. Witness courage and compassion in action. Paramedics, next on Discovery Health Channel.
New Serenity Dry Active Liners from Tena, designed to fit your style.
How'd you get here?
Decon.
How'd you get here?
Decon.
How'd you get here?
Decon.
How'd you get here?
Yeah.
What did you say?
All right, I got caught by a cat. Caught by a cat.
#1 Decon puts mice where they belong.
I was teaching at an elementary school in New York when our world changed. And it hit me that if I had to physically help my kids, I couldn't. Because at my weight, I didn't have the energy. My kids mean everything to me, and I knew that I had to get help. I lost 109 pounds with Jenny Craig. Everyone needs a reason to change their lives. I'm lucky enough to have 20 of them.
Call Jenny Craig and lose up to 20 pounds for $20 plus the cost of food. Hurry, offer ends soon. Call 1-800-JENNY20 today.
You don't need harsh retinols or hydroxys to fight wrinkles effectively. You need Nivea Q10 Plus, the first wrinkle control with skin's own Q10. The same Q10 that keeps young skin wrinkle-free. It's skin-friendly wrinkle control.
The burn can stop you in your tracks. You never know when to expect it.
Do you have persistent heartburn that keeps coming back 2 or more days a week? Even though you've treated it and changed your diet, you may have acid reflux disease.
You worry about the risk of long-term problems.
You worry about the chance of serious damage.
Ask your doctor how prescription Prevacid can help. One Prevacid relieves heartburn for up to 24 hours. Prevacid heals the damage. And to keep the damage from coming back, your doctor may ask you to stay on Prevacid. Call for your free Prevacid information kit and learn more about the long-term risks of acid reflux disease. Prevacid has a low occurrence of side effects, such as diarrhea, abdominal pain, and nausea. Other serious stomach conditions may still exist.
I got help. Learned how to handle the disease and the risks
in ways that make sense for me.
Call today and get the help you need. From your doctor and Prevacid.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry that affects our lives every day.
Selling sex, but what is sexy and why does it sell?
And do all these sexy images damage a woman's psyche?
On Berman and Berman for women only.
Tomorrow night at 10 on the Discovery Health Channel.
Welcome back. Our topic, A Girlfriend's Guide to Pampering. The perfect antidote to your frenetic days.
And here's someone who knows busy. TV producer Rini Balera in our audience to tell us all about her stress-busting day. Hey, Rini.
Hi.
Thanks for being here. You look well relaxed and spa'd.
I am, definitely.
So what was your favorite part of the day?
There's just too many to name one. I think my favorite part is the massage. Just because I tend to go get chiropractic work done on my neck because I said I hold my stress there, and I also go to get facials, probably about once every 6 weeks. So a massage
You take pretty good care of yourself.
I try to, but a massage is something that I don't do as often as the rest of the stuff, because I guess I feel like, well, a massage, it's good for my face, it's going to keep me younger. I mean, a facial, and then so a massage seems more like, you know, a little bit more decadent. So when he was rubbing my feet and my head, I was just, I didn't even know there was a camera there. I was gone.
So you can prioritize. Like for me, and I think for you, manicures and pedicures, okay, like you can't really get away without doing that. Or maybe a facial is the next tier, and then massage comes after that. Are the things you give yourself permission for?
Exactly. Well, you know, I thought about it too after I did the story, and my mother really set the stage for me. My mother was the same way. She knew how to pamper herself.
Yeah.
She had all her creams, and she did her facials, and she got away from massages, and so she taught me that it was really important in order to just keep yourself
So are you
together.
going to go regularly for massage now?
I'm going to try and make the time for it. it's sometimes just finding the time and having the excuse, like you said, when you were with the babysitter and you felt guilty about making that excuse for going. I think, well, I have bills to pay off and I really need to save my money. And then on the other side, it's like, no, I won't feel good and I won't have as much energy, and the work won't come if I'm not out there and feeling my best.
Have you noticed that when you're de-stressed, you have better sex?
Oh, definitely.
Or when you're more stressed, you have better sex.
No, I mean, it's funny because, you know, when you go to the spa and when you get waxed and you get your facials and you get massaged, you just feel clean and calm and groomed, and you definitely feel sexier, and you have a lot more energy to give to your partner than you would normally when you're like, I'm all tense, rub my shoulders, don't do that, I have to go to bed. So it definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, and you're also more in touch with your senses. You've been touched and rubbed and oiled and.
That's why on vacation, it is something that I do.
Do you only have sex on vacation?
Much more. But the massage, you go to the beach, and then you get a massage, you get the oils, and you get in the shower that's outside or wherever it is, and then you go and do whatever you're going to do, and then have dinner, and just everything sort of kind of flows.
You do what you're going to do before dinner or after dinner?
Usually before, and then maybe after, if you're not too full. But the problem is you eat a lot on vacation, then you're full, and there's nothing worse than trying to have sex when you're full.
I think a good answer, though, also to pampering is to learn how to do couples massage. I would definitely want to drag my boyfriend to that sometime. So you can train him to do it.
Getting a massage in the same place is good. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah,
That's
this place where we went on vacation, you could do it outside, both
Did you do it?
No, we didn't do the double.
Why not?
I mean, I would lose it. To me, I think that because if you're interacting, you're not really.
You don't have to interact. You just sense each other's presence.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know how I am too about masturbating. I would be wondering if he was getting an erection from me.
Yeah, knowing her, she'd be jealous of the masseuse.
No, I would not.
Yes, she would. But that, you know, it's true. Also, you have an extremely stressful life, as I think, I mean, it's not uncommon for all women. If it's not a 60-hour-a-week producing job, it's a 40-hour-a-week in the office, and the rest of the 40 hours taking care of kids and home and everything else. And they've actually shown that with women, what happens is that when you go into a chronic period of stress, your oxytocin levels go up, which is interesting. That's a chemical of attachment. It's what we release when we're breastfeeding. So you want to bond with people. But as your oxytocin levels go up, the amount of available testosterone in your body goes down.
So you want to have sex less.
So you want to have sex. You're more attached and you're more nurturing and connected, but you're much less libidinous. So what happens when you're under chronic stress is that your libido is likely to go down as a result.
And you might not menstruate, and you have other health problems too. So chronic stress is bad.
Thank you, Rini, and keep de-stressing yourself. Joining us now in the studio to discuss the science behind the spas is Los Angeles-based psychologist who specializes in stress management, Dr. Randy Rifkind. Come on up and join us. Thanks for being here.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
So, why is it so important to de-stress?
Well, I think it's important to de-stress because we all have to give in various ways in our profession, to our family, to our children. So we really need to be able to fill ourselves up and get enough nourishment and nurturing for ourselves that we're able to give to other people.
Or else what happens? What are the consequences if we don't?
If we don't, all kinds of things can happen. So we might have emotional problems, psychological problems, physical problems.
Like physical ulcers might be one thing, headaches, all sorts of things.
Right.
Rini was mentioning she gets headaches. You talk about hypnosis. How does that fit into pampering?
Well, the way hypnosis can fit into pampering is if you don't have, for example, all day to go to the spa, using hypnosis, using the subconscious mind, our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between doing something in reality and doing it under hypnosis or with imagery. So we can close our eyes, get deeply relaxed, and we can go to a spa in our mind.
So if you can't go in person, you can go in your mind.
And do you need to go to a hypnotherapist to do that, or can you do it on your own, in your own backyard or office or wherever?
Well, either way. I mean, you can go to a hypnotherapist to do it, or you can learn to do it. So, for example, sometimes people come to my office for one session to learn to do hypnosis themselves, and then they can do it.
Can you learn in one session too?
Yes, yes.
Is it like a meditation?
It's very much like meditation. Whether we say meditation or hypnosis or deep state of relaxation, scientifically, our brain waves are in this alpha state when we're deeply relaxed.
And what are some tips that you can give us on how to reach that deep relaxation state?
Well, you might start by just taking a deep breath in, holding it, and then as you exhale, letting go of any tension you might be feeling, and do that about 3 times. And then you can take yourself to wherever you might want to go. Some people really enjoy the beach, and some people enjoy the mountains. So you need to tune into yourself and ask yourself, where would you like to go?
Would yoga be something that is one way, aside from being hypnotized, could somebody just do yoga and achieve the same effect?
Yes, a very similar effect. That would be another path to get deeply relaxed.
Okay.
What role does stress and relaxation play in sexuality in your experience?
Well, you know, if you're uptight, you know, it's hard to feel sexy, you know, when you're worried about things.
Right.
So it's contradictory to be worried and relaxed at the same time.
Right.
You might not even realize that you're worried or stressed. As part of the problem, you might feel, you know...
That's what I think happens to you, actually,
Right.
because I'm very aware that I call it my need for replenishment. I'm very aware when I'm getting close to empty, and as long as I take that time, whatever it is, at home or nap or spa, then I feel, as long as I can let go and give myself the time and the permission to do it. But you
I don't
recognize
recognize it when it's happening, and certainly I don't replenish, and so then it
don't
gets worse and
replenish.
worse.
In fact, she doesn't understand why I need to replenish.
So frequently, for God's sakes.
Look what I'm working with. I have to replenish readily. But it's true. With the patients that you've worked with, do they talk to you about improvements in their sex life once they start to de-stress?
Sure, and when they're feeling more relaxed and connected to their mate, you know, when they're feeling connected to their mate in the living room, then they're going to feel connected to their mate in the bedroom as well.
And how do you finally stop and put it all aside and take on the de-stressing?
Well, I think we have to make a real commitment to ourselves, because everybody in our society is really busy. And something that I personally do is I open my calendar and I calendar in a time, whether it's a massage or whatever I might want to do to relax. And it's a certain day, say at 2 o'clock, and I'm committed to that time.
Like you set aside.
Right.
Yeah, just setting aside time. I mean, there should be 10 rules, you know, that every woman needs to live a happier, fuller life.
Well, that's one of them. You have putting it in your calendar, feeling entitled to it and making sure that it's a priority, and maybe finding creative ways to do it in shorter term instead of, because I think what intimidates most of us is the idea that we have to go for a whole, as much as we'd love to go for a whole day at the spa.
And the expense of it, too. So, well, thank you, Dr. Rifkin, and thank you, Rini. When we return, the ultimate girlfriend bonding experience will take you to a very special home spa party.
We're Berman and Berman, for women only.
Wow. So this is what we're gonna do. We start off with the creamy cleanser.
Let the pampering begin.
All right.
Get answers to embarrassing sex questions. Go to discovery.com/health. Click on Berman and Berman.
Hello, I'm Dr. Andrea Pennington with the Discovery Health News Break. Dizziness, poor balance, or paralysis are common symptoms that doctors look for with a possible stroke. However, a new report finds that women suffering from stroke may have non-traditional symptoms, disorientation, headaches, and pain in their face, arms, or legs, which could delay immediate treatment. To improve recovery, researchers stress the importance of diagnosing all possible symptoms and treating stroke as quickly as possible. In other news, a new report shows that over 1/3 of teens experience symptoms of depression, but few seek professional help. If symptoms such as feelings of hopelessness, sadness, or guilt are suspected in a teenager you know, doctors recommend seeking treatment as soon as possible. To take a depression assessment and for other health news, visit us at discovery.com/health.
Florida's natural premium orange juice is made just from our fresh oranges, not from concentrate. We own the land, the trees, and the company. Florida's natural. It's as close to the grove as you can get.
She once worshipped the sun. She believed laugh lines were a part of living. Fight damage with new Olay Intensive Restoration Treatment. It helps restore the appearance of time-worn skin with its blend of vitamin and the most concentrated pro-retinol available over the counter, zoning in to fight past damage on forehead, eyes, cheek, mouth, where you need it most. New Olay Total Effects Intensive Restoration Treatment. Totally love the skin you're in.
Look at all these cute shoes. Oh, I could use some new heels.
I thought we came for pants.
Great boots.
This isn't even the pants section.
What do you think?
I think they'd look nice with some pants.
Where can you get over 200 styles of fall shoes and boots? Where can you get designer styles and quality at unbelievable prices? The shoe department at Sears. Sears, where else?
Your pet's same exact heartworm and flea medications delivered to your home, saving you time and money. 1-800-PET-MEDS. We deliver savings and convenience on HeartGuard, Advantage, Frontline, and all other pet medications. Call to order now or order online.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry that affects our lives every day.
Selling sex, but what is sexy and why does it sell?
And do all these sexy images damage a woman's psyche?
On Berman and Berman for women only.
Tomorrow night at 10 on the Discovery Health Channel.
The man that she married
I love you.
is not the man she thought he was.
Is your name Ron Chapman?
Now she must find someone
Rumor has it that you're the best.
I'm the wild card.
who will discover the truth.
Listen, the witnesses were murdered.
Ashley Judd, Morgan Freeman,
You're the only one who knows who I am.
High Crimes, rated PG-13.
Are you losing your hair? Is that bald spot getting bigger?
Medical studies have reported the body chemical DHT is the leading cause of hair loss. We've developed Avocor, a natural herbal treatment that stops DHT from attacking your hair follicles. Avocor regrows hair in balding areas. We guarantee it. Stop DHT from ruining your life.
Call 800-621-3594. Now you can use Avocor risk-free for 3 full months. Call 800-621-3594.
Is your sex life everything you want it to be? Doctors Laura and Jennifer Berman are revolutionizing the way we think and talk about sex. And now it's your turn. Join in. Go to discovery.com/health. Click on Discovery Health TV and find the Bermans. Give yourself a relationship checkup. Plus, get email reminders about upcoming show topics you don't want to miss. Berman and Berman, weeknights at 10 on Discovery Health Channel. And online anytime at discovery.com/health.
Do you have any tried and true homemade beauty tips that you'd like to share?
No, I use yogurt and oatmeal on my face. That works.
What's it do?
Well, the oatmeal is a good exfoliator, and the yogurt is a great moisturizer.
Pampering your hair using like hot oil treatments.
I don't know if it's homemade or not, but I like to wear a piece of tape between the brows in the middle of the night. It keeps the wrinkles down.
Rose water for the face.
Put some banana on your face. It's really good for moisturize. Smash up avocados.
I tried mayonnaise in my hair once. I'd like to share that no one should ever try that, unless you want to smell like salad.
It would probably take a long time to get the grease
I
and the
remember
smell out.
as a young adolescent trying that with my girlfriends. Beer in the hair, mayonnaise in the hair, eggs, all sorts
and
of
lemon
stuff.
juice in the summer.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. It's a girlfriend's guide to pampering. Joining us is a woman who has some very special recipes of her own. Skincare specialist, founder, and CEO of Infusion Bath and Body, Fran Ludus. Thank you.
So, how has the pampering trend been reflected in business or in your business?
People are interested in looking after themselves. I've noticed people want to pamper. They want to feel soft, to just look after themselves.
And why is it important to pamper, do you think?
Well, it's for your own well-being. I think if you just even take 5 minutes for yourself, it just recharges your battery. Like, I don't compete with spas. I totally agree with spa treatments, going to a spa, agree with everything. But sometimes you just can't do it. Some people can't afford it. So we make products that are specific, that you can look after yourself at home in the privacy of your own home.
Is there any other advantage in your mind besides expense? Is there any other advantage for doing a spa treatment at home?
Well, the spa party for 4 is that you would have your friends over and you would do treatments on each other. And you're bonding with your girlfriends.
So thanks, Fran. We wanted to indulge a bit in the home spa party trend, so we managed to get an invitation to a poolside pamper party thrown by a very close group of friends. Let's take a look.
I got my closest friends together and we're having a day of it.
Hello. Hey. Hi. How you doing? Good. Oh, thank you so much for inviting us.
Oh, sure, totally. Essentially, it's a home spa, so you don't have to, you know, trek out in public with no makeup on, and you can wear anything you want, sweats, tank top, no bra, whatever. And it's just a lot more relaxing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what is this? Just wait.
So this is all the stuff we have for the day spa. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a creamy cleanser, wash our face. It restores the soul. It's essential to, you know, your makeup as a woman to really relax and take care of yourself and, you know, look good and feel good. And doing this is an opportunity to catch up, find out what everybody's week was like, what's going on, and talk about the boys and all that stuff. All right, here we go.
Let the pampering begin.
All right. We make the mix for the facial, and we put it on each other, you know, which is the best part because it's, you know, you don't have to do the work, you kind of sit there, and then once the stuff is applied, it's very cool and relaxing, and it smells great, and, you know, it just revitalizes you. It's so good. Yeah, I don't want it to end. After we put the face mask on and we soak our feet, we just lay on the lounge chair, soak in the sun, let it all take its effect and relax. The best part about having a pamper party at home is that you actually create a stress-free environment in your home. Pampering yourself is great because it relaxes your mind, your body, your spirit, and it's pretty good for, you know, your sex drive. You know, when you feel really good about yourself and you look really good, all that goodness can manifest itself in the bedroom.
Cheers to us. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Nurturing yourself.
Day at home with the spa.
We're indulging ourselves in the pleasures of pampering.
We have a nice, this smells really good.
What are we soaking in?
It's a peppermint soul smoother foot soak, and I've made it with peppermint, tea tree oil, and sweet orange essential oils. The tea tree is to deodorize, and it's an antibacterial, so if you have, it gets rid of fungus. And if you have smelly...
Get rid of your fungus.
And your smell.
There we go.
How can this help to boost your sex life, do you think?
Well, I think when girls get together, it's inevitable. We always talk about sex. It's just the way it is.
when we're pampering ourselves, probably even more.
Well, let's talk.
Absolutely.
Let's talk for a minute to our pamper party girls. We have two here, Trisha and Jackie, in the audience with us. So, did it boost your sex drives when you were? What do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It did?
What about
relaxing? It was relaxing?
Oh my gosh, it was so relaxing. I mean, talk about, you want to make the time to be with friends. This is a great way to get back in touch with what's going on in each other's lives. And like Fran said, everyone needs touch and likes touch, and it's something you can just participate and you feel intimate with your friends, and it brings you closer together.
So between talking and touching and talking about sex and hiking in the sun, in the warm, relaxing sun, and then swimming, sounds very sensual.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and not only that, it's like a lot of times you're so busy that it was such a beautiful day that we had. Sometimes you're so busy with life that you don't even take time to realize like how gorgeous the day is around you, and so it just, and with us, we do have those busy schedules. We're just constantly going, we're constantly on our feet, and that even just getting time to spend together with all of us is next to impossible. So it was just nice to be able to reconnect.
What was it like applying the masks to each other?
It was great, Fran.
Really
it was a great process. I mean, it's light. It felt really good. It smelled good, and I just felt it just renews kind of your soul and your spirit.
Maybe we should do that during our break from shooting.
I can just imagine us going, putting it slowly on the face, and then next on your arm, and next.
And we just get into a fight with throwing the mask at each other. A mask fight.
A fun bonding, party, sexual, thinking, living.
She would start putting it in my hair for fun.
Only for fun. Well, thanks, Fran. Up next, can the right sense and touch get us in the mood for love? The connection between massage and sex when we return.
This is Berman and Berman for women only.
And smelly feet.
And not smelly.
After almost 30 minutes, 3-year-old Angie is found submerged in a pool. Except for a faint heartbeat, no other vital signs detected.
She was what you would call clinically dead.
Only a miracle could save her. And then, after just 4 weeks...
It's like, what? How can she be walking?
Hear her remarkable story and other real-life medical miracles in an extraordinary new series, Only a Miracle, premiering Wednesday night at 9 on Discovery Health Channel.
Problems are easier when you talk about them with friends, even something like painful burning feminine itch. Maximum Strength Vagisil Cream works. It has the strongest itch medicine of its kind. It's instant relief. No wonder more women use Vagisil. And Vagisil added vitamins to soothe irritation. With Vagisil, the relief lasts, which is good, 'cause we can talk all night. Trust Vagisil, a better understanding of better intimate care.
There's a place that I travel when I want to roam, and nobody knows it but me. The roads don't go there, and the signs stay home, and nobody knows it but me. It's far, far away, and way, way afar. It's over the moon and the sea. And wherever you're going, that's wherever you are. And nobody knows it but me. Chevy Tahoe, like a rock.
What's cooking? How about Chicken Mrs. Dash style? I coat chicken breasts in a mixture of Parmesan cheese, breadcrumbs, and Mrs. Dash original blend. Saute in olive oil, add fresh lemon juice, and serve over pasta. Mrs. Dash can season any dish without any salt. Onion, pepper, parsley, basil. Mrs. Dash is a garden of herbs and spices. And with 9 flavors, you can shake up dinner every night. Why salt when you can season with Mrs. Dash?
Discovery Health Channel. Real life, medicine, miracles.
The Mantis Tiller Cultivator is making gardening easier for everyone. The Mantis is lightweight and easy to use, yet it will cut through hard soils and dig down to 10 inches deep. Weeding and cultivating, even in tight places, is a snap. And with the Mantis attachments, quality, performance, and rugged dependability, you'll enjoy years of versatile service. The Mantis Tiller is now available at factory direct prices. So call for your free information pack with details on our 1-year money-back guarantee.
Ready to take control of your credit card debt?
Credit Guard of America cut my monthly payments in half.
Credit Guard of America is a nonprofit service that's helped thousands of people to move on with their lives.
Credit Guard of America saved me over $13,000 in interest fees alone.
Call now to reduce your monthly payments. Cut the interest rates on your credit cards by up to half and get your unsecured debt paid off years earlier.
Don't you owe it to yourself to work with a real nonprofit service? Certified counselors are standing by.
Call 800-413-0862.
Do you think that not pampering yourself can affect a person's sex life?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Not necessarily so.
Well, if I can't take care of myself, I'm not going to have much attention for anyone else.
Hey, if you got someone you really love, you got to be relaxed and feel like you want to go for it.
That about sums it up. You got to be relaxed and feel like you want to go for it. Welcome back to Berman and Berman for Women Only. Our topic, A Girlfriend's Guide to Pampering. Now, the connection between massage and intimacy.
Joining us in the studio is wellness coach and massage therapist Carol Shore. Thank you for coming, Carol. Wellness coach. I like that word.
And why is a stress-free life so important?
Well, we run around so much and we always feel that we have to go do something. We never have time to just relax and take time for ourselves. And probably the most important thing that we can do is self-care and taking care of ourselves and pampering.
What are the different kinds of massage that are available?
Well, we're going to talk today about 2 different kinds of massage. One kind is the kind that you've been talking about at the spa, where you're going to get a therapeutic massage to relax you, to take away any kind of tension that you've been bothered with. And then there's the nice soft touch of sensual massage. That is, the intent is different. The intent is for intimacy rather than for therapy.
That would relieve stress in a different way. It wouldn't necessarily unknot your muscles, but it's relaxing as well as
Absolutely.
And how does it relate to sex, that it can be used as part of foreplay or as...
When you think of the skin as being the largest organ in the body, and you think that the nerve centers, the nerve receptors are on the outside of the skin, then what you're doing is you're putting into play your entire body once you just start stroking it very nicely.
And there's certain parts that are more erogenous than others.
Exactly, but the entire body is really one big erogenous zone.
Especially if you open your mind. I think that when you're, and the catch is that when you're really stressed, it's hard to be relaxed and calm enough to enjoy the touch and feel the sensuality.
And that's what you want to do, is you want to stop the process that's going on outside of you, the business, the children. You want to create a special time just for sexual intimacy.
But how does aromatherapy and scents, or the sense of smell, play into all of this?
Well, if you notice, the first thing that comes into play when you're going forward is your nose. And so it's the very first part of the body that actually feels any of the senses, any of the 5 senses. And so what happens when an aroma comes into your nose area, it goes right to the limbic system of the brain, which is the part of the brain that controls the emotions and your sensuality. The 2 most sensual smells are rose and vanilla. Now, vanilla is not a pure essential oil, and we're just talking about the essential oils right now. And some of the scents that I brought right here are jasmine, sandalwood, lavender, rose geranium, and the queen of them all, rose.
Rose, really? That's funny, because my favorite thing is I got this rose, I was just saying before, this rose spray water, and I'm addicted to it. I'm walking around spraying myself with it all the time. I love it. It smells so good. I wish it lasted longer.
One of the things that you can do in your bedroom to create a sexual environment is you can take rose petals and you put them in between the sheets. And when you and your lover are in the midst of making love, the heat from your bodies will send off the smell of the rose petals or rose geranium petals underneath the sheets.
What other tips do you have for creating a sensual environment at home?
Well, I think one of the most special places that there are is the bath, because you can create a very cocoon-like environment in a bathtub. There's so many aromatherapy candles. And there's scents that you can just diffuse in your bath water, and the heat of the bath water will make you feel even more sensual.
Right.
If you put something like lavender in there, you'll relax. Rose, the flower scents are really the ones that appeal to the emotions. So the rose and the jasmine will automatically turn you on.
What's a smell that would get you up and woohoo rather than?
Well, you have to relax before you can become sensual. We're talking about sort of de-stressing.
Yes.
But since she doesn't know she's stressed, what sense would just get her in the mood?
Well, I have to go back to the sandalwood. If you go back and you think about the 1960s and the 70s, the time of the love children, patchouli and lang-lang. And those were the scents of the hippies, and that, of course, was the love child generation.
Yeah.
So we'll get you some patchouli. You can wave it around the bedroom.
Well, you have a technique for massage that you're going to teach us. Can you tell us about that?
Well, as I said in the beginning, the skin is the largest sensory organ that there is. And so once you start to massage someone, and you do it very lightly and lovingly and caressingly, that's what you can do to get yourself in the mood right away.
You just do it to each other at the same time, or do you take turns?
I would say always concentrate on one person at a time.
One person at a time. And then how do you keep from falling asleep while that person is doing it?
Hopefully they're arousing you rather than putting you to sleep. I don't know.
Sleep and relaxation and sex, they all go hand in hand.
They're very close in my brain these days because I'm so sleep deprived.
Well, we have some oils for our audience, and we're going to do some massage techniques.
What you're going to do is you're going to go with your partner, and one person is going to put their back to the other one, and then we'll switch off.
And then what's it called, this technique?
The technique is a Swedish massage technique called effleurage, which is the long, very relaxing stroke that most massages center on.
So what do we do?
Okay, I've given you a little bit of oil. You can put that on your hands. It is lavender oil, which is the most relaxing.
And you've got your puffs next to you in case anybody wants to, their puffs tissue to wipe your hands.
Just pour a little bit into your hand, no more than the size of a dime.
We got a little trains happening and everything. All right, so
what we want to do is look for the longest amount of skin that is exposed right now. And then you're just going to start sensually rubbing. You're not going to be squeezing. All you're doing is this long stroke called effleurage.
Effleurage.
Effleurage. And you know what effleurage means? To put a flower scent on you. It's from the French.
So you're effleuraging each other.
You're effleuraging each other.
This is like one big orgy in here.
No, these are girls bonding with one another.
What you want to do is you want to use the palm of your hand. You want to get as much surface as you possibly can, skin to skin contact. There you go, skin. You want to rub towards the heart, because what you're trying to do is increase circulation, and we all know how increasing circulation is a very good thing to do in sex.
I want to know how it's going out there. Enjoyable? Feels wonderful and smells good? Yeah. All right, beautiful massaging. Well, thank you, Carol.
Keep on going if you want.
We won't disturb the little sessions going on there. We've been talking about pampering and the relationship between massage, sense, intimacy, and sex.
We'll take your questions when we return. You're watching Berman and Berman for Women Only.
You don't want to disturb our audience. They're in their separate little world.
Learn about unspoken sex problems. Go to discovery.com/health. Click on Berman and Berman.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry that affects our lives every day.
Selling sex, but what is sexy and why does it sell?
And do all these sexy images damage a woman's psyche?
On Berman and Berman for Women Only.
Tomorrow night at 10 on the Discovery Health Channel.
You don't need harsh retinols or
Welcome back. Our topic, A Girlfriend's Guide to Pampering.
And all of our experts have joined our audience, and now it's time for your questions. Who's got the first question? What is your name?
Tansy.
Tansy.
And my question is, where do you cross the line between nurturing, pampering, and maintenance? You know, because to some person, a pedicure or manicure is pampering. And other people, it's maintenance.
It's
Keep it up.
For us, I guess it's individually defined, you know? You have to really determine what your limits are, what your boundaries, what your needs are, and what your financial, you know, limits are.
But ideally, pampering should be maintenance. I mean, I think that's the shift that we have to make in our minds, is that it is maintenance. It's not something that's extravagant and a luxury. It's something that we really need to do to take care of ourselves. So we must get that manicure and pedicure or massage.
Or whatever it is that you want, whether it be a manicure, pedicure, a bath, or a mud mask, or whatever, or a massage. But it is necessary.
But it's true, I was remembering just through sitting here today, I'm remembering when I was much younger, before I was working and a mother and everything else, I used to do the masks and the beer in the hair and the whole thing. I don't do any of that anymore. I'm going to go home tonight, pull out a six-pack and pour it in my hair.
Who else has a question? Up here, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Cindy.
Cindy.
I've caught a cold, so I'm not feeling the best right now. So my needs are different right now, being ill, than they would be normally when I wanted to just relax and be pampered. So, Carol, is there a better aromatherapy treatment that for wellness versus pampering that would serve me better right now?
That's a great question, and yes, there are, because the essential oils are actually the substances in the plant that protect them and keep them well. So there are many, many types of essential oils that you can use for wellness. If you have a fever, you can use red thyme. If you have a headache, you can rub lavender on your temples. If you have a stomach ache, you can maybe sniff some lemon or some eucalyptus. If you're stuffed up with a cold, eucalyptus or cypress or camphor, any of those would help you develop some more wellness.
So there's some medicinal aromatherapies as well as just relaxation.
Definitely.
That's a good question, thanks. Who else has a question? Up here? What?
Hi, my name is Peachy. My question's for Carol. I have two questions, actually. First one, I know there were some aromatherapy oils that can be used for animals. Is that still the case to make them a little less hyper or anything?
Well, same one that you would use for people. Actually, I think everybody should keep a little vial of lavender in the house for so many different things. You can dilute the lavender quite a bit or put it in water and spray it on your pet, and it will calm the animal down. The other thing, lavender is great for burns, and so people should keep it right next to their oven in case they burn themselves.
Do you put the oil on, or do you put it mixed with something?
Lavender and tea tree are the two essential oils that can be used directly on the skin. Everything else has to be diluted in a carrier oil. Like the little oils that I gave you probably had 1 or 2 drops of lavender in it, and the rest of the vial was filled up with something like sweet almond oil.
And you can spray it out, so you can tell your partner, just say, calm down, calm down. My little pet. Thank you. Did you have another question?
I did, for Dr. Randy. Doctor, is there any other way that instead of maybe having to go see a doctor, that you could be taught how to hypnotize yourself, maybe just at home? Or?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I have a workbook, and it gives instructions using how to use imagery and how to use hypnosis to help you get deeply relaxed and hypnotize yourself.
Great. That's a good question. Thanks. We have time for one more. Anybody else? Up here, what's your name?
My name is May. My question is to Carol. With this lavender oil, I wonder, does it help if I put the lavender oil on maybe a certain part of the body to help me go into the de-stress?
Are certain parts of the body, Carol, more relaxation points than others?
Remember, what you want to do is you want to keep it near your nose, because that's where the smell is going to come in, but actually it does come through in many other places. And one of the spots that you can use is your solar plexus. Right here is also like your relaxation spot, and it's a good place.
Where is that, right in the
it's your
base of your
diaphragm.
Where you all hold your breath when you're stressed.
Yes, when you stress out and you panic, you hold your breath. And what you want to do in order to get rid of that panic is to breathe, and the breathing comes from your solar plexus. So you can just rub some of that lavender oil in the dilution that I gave you, and rub it right here on your abdomen, and that will just release everything.
Thanks, Carol. Good question. So your nose and your solar plexus. Well, I think we've covered a lot of topics today, and the importance of relaxation, the importance of pampering ourselves. And
pampering ourselves, making time for ourselves, making that a priority. And also I was thinking around the sensual massage with a partner. A lot of men and even women don't know that it will take time. You're doing the, what is that stroke called? The
effleurage.
The effleurage. And you have to understand that you're not, with an effleurage or any kind of sensual stroke, you're not going to decompress immediately. You're still going to be thinking about the office and the kids and whether all the windows are closed. You have to give it time, and a lot of times women get frustrated and their partners get frustrated because they're not immediately melting into a sensual mode. You have to give yourself time to decompress, and you have to set that time aside, and I think that's really important to make clear, you know, as we move forward.
And lavender is good. I'm going to get some lavender spray for her to get her.
I could use it. So thank you so much for joining us on Berman and Berman for Women Only.
And if you'd like to learn more about the topics we cover on Berman and Berman or be a guest at our studio audience, visit us at discovery.com/health.
Bye.